Welcome to Ask Me Anything session at Kelp with regard to our PoSH Awards. So welcome to our 5th edition, and I'm really looking forward for most of the entries here, the people who are listening here. Okay, so I'll take you through a short presentation, and after that, I'll take a pause, and if there are any questions, we can go over it, right? So most of y'all or some of y'all have definitely participated in last 5 years and have seen the experience or been through the experience, right? Now, when the law came in 2013, there was a clause which said very clearly that people who do not follow, there is a reprimand, there is a penalty, there are consequences if you don't follow, right? Uh, Being in this industry since 2013 and watching a lot of organizations really closely, we realized that there are multiple people who do some amazing job in this space. They are really going beyond the compliances which were listed. So we realized that all this should come out and organizations across India and outside should get to know about it, right? And what is the best way rather than publishing it as an awards, recognizing those organizations who have been doing such solid work in the space, right? So we thought of these awards in 2020. This, as I told you, is our 5th year. So let me take you through some key aspects. So it is a marquee event, and it is by Kelp HR Services Private Limited. We were called Kelp HR. Now we are called as Kelp, right? And we have done some conscious changes to the name. We started our company in 2013 in the space of sexual harassment at workplaces. We based it on the law because we realized that there were not many organizations which were doing end-to-end work in this space. So there was a need of the hour, and that is when we started, right? So if you believe that your organization goes beyond compliances, are really working towards creating safe, inclusive, and respectful workplaces, this is something that we strongly feel that each and all of us should be concentrating in working towards applying for this award. So you really know what various other organizations are also doing in this space. So this is what is important. As you all know, and you must have gone through our website, we recommend that you go through it because right now I'm going to take you through a crisp conversation, but website has more detailed one. So nominations have started. It's opened up. The last day of submitting the award is 1st October 2024. So you have good 2 months, but we are running an early birds, which will close on 31st of August. So you can register, but you have the window open to submit your nominations by 1st of October. It might take a couple of hours. So it is important that as soon as you register, you'll be able to go through the form, which is a nice form. It is also a reflection for you of what you're doing right and what you should be doing right. So I recommend that you do that. Who can apply? So this award, while we are in 2024, we're going to review the work that you have done in 2023. So from 1st Jan 2023 to 31st of December 2023, whatever work you've done and you've been existing in India as an organization, you should be able to register for it. Okay. Now, I think I've gone through this timelines, but quickly reviewing it again for you. So there's a payment that you have to make. It's a very nominal amount. For early bird, we have 8,500 up till 31st of August. And after 31st of August, it's 10K that you'll have to pay, right? It's to ensure that people mean business when they are registering for the nomination. So it is important that we take a nominal fees, right? Winners of this award will be announced on 9th of December 2024. 9th of December is a very important day for the PoSH law because in the year 2013, this was the day when we got the law for the country, right? So that's why we ensure that every year, most of the times, we have this event or we announce the awards on 9th of December. This year, we do not have any on-ground award ceremony. The announcement will be done on 9th of December, and the winners will get their trophies, their certificates before 9th of December. So this is what the plan is. I get this question all the time that why do we participate? And fortunately, we had done a conversation with one of our winners after last year's award, and she said something very beautiful. She says that, it puts us on the forefront. It builds the credibility that is required for us as an organization, that we are the safest workplaces, and employees feel safe and secure within and outside. Also, it's like a brand building. It is very important. And every year they have been applying for this award, right? And they've been winning also. It is also a holistic evaluation. It really tells you from end to end that you have ensured that you have gone beyond compliance. B, you are really inching every day, or taking a level up every year to create safer workplaces. Yeah. So it also boosts employer brand, as I mentioned earlier. So the judging process is very comprehensive, as I call it. We have engaged with a high-tech international platform called Award Force. I have always got judges telling me that what a comprehensive technology that you have got here, right? It is a very seamless, very less manual intervention required. It flows, the data flows from one end to another end, right? So it's a very beautiful platform that we use. We also have two-level evaluation. The first level evaluation is by a set of external members who sit across as IC members. They evaluate and they do a first level of check to ensure that the forms are clearly filled in, and they have their matrix where they evaluate that. And the top 50 is sent to the to our we can call it celebrity judges. So this jury members, you can look at their list. It is available on the website already. So they are from lawyers to journalists to TEDx speakers. They are HR heads of various corporates. So they come together and ensure that they review it. So these are people who really value the concept, value the whole subject, and really work for the subject. So their detailed profile is available. So another question that I always get is, we are submitting some details. So how do you maintain confidentiality? Clearly, Kelp has, the award force that you can review the confidentiality. You can review the platform there, and you can see the aspects of confidentiality which is provided out there. So there are security measures put in there, and we are very mindful of these data. So we do not ask any confidential data. So there's no data regarding cases asked here. It is pure play to understand if you're following the process and what more are you doing beyond the compliances. So it's purely from your perspective. We ask for to ensure that you have maintained the sanctity of the process within your organization, and what more as a learning you can give back, right? So please be least assured. Please be assured that your data is sacrosanct, is protected completely within the award force technology that you will be using. And of course, out of that comes out best practices. And that is something after once you give us a permission to publish, we publish it. Only if you tell us that we could use your names, that we use it. And that is only for knowledge purposes. And of course, the point of feeling proud about it, that these are some things that we do in our organization. Yeah. The celebrity juries, these are some of them. There's Abha Maryada Bhatt. She's a very strong person in the space, and she's a speaker. She's an expert in this field. You can look her profile up. I am pretty impressed with the kind of work she does. So please look at it. We have Dr. Ankita Singh. She runs an HR organization, an HR association, which has more than, I think, 80,000 HR folks listed there. Of course, she's also Cygnus CPO. We have Aparna GV, who is another very strong person about the concept of PoSH. She's run multiple cases and really, and is also a DEI expert. So she understands the nuances of this whole aspect. We have Bosky Arora. She is another executive coach. She's also master facilitator and OD person. She's been in HR positions with various organizations, some really large organizations, right? Then we have Chandrasekhar Duraiswamy. He is somebody who speaks in DEI forums. I recently attended a NASCOM HR and he was one of the panel members, very strong communicator, understands the pulse of human beings. I won't call it women. I won't call it LGBTQ. I won't call it men. I will say human being, right? And the last but not the least is Shubha Rao. And Shubha Rao is somebody, I call her my teacher, right? She's somebody who was actually at the forefront when Infosys, when Infosys came up with their uh, uh, laws, Infosys came up with their policies way before we got 2013 Act, right? So she has taught us so many things in this space. So this will be exciting to hear her through. Right? So can an organization be awarded only by paying the nomination fee? We get this question, right? That I'm paying the money, give me the award. No, this is not what we are into. We charge a nomination fees because there's a lot of back work that happens. There's a lot of real hard work people put in, and some people we need to. I mean, there's an award force platform. There's a lot of things that goes in the background, right? And that is why the nomination fees is charged. It is not that you pay the money and take the award. Uh, the award is it's very noble. Okay, you have to earn it, and anybody can earn it by doing good work, and that's what is my promise to everybody who's listening here, right? All right, some research and best practices reports are available on the website. So please look that up. It is a great learning, right? I recommend that spend some time. This is important. And currently, where our country is right now, okay, very sensitive phase. You know about what is happening to women's safety. Not only women's safety, I think as a country, there are some things that we need to be reflecting. And these best practices really tell you that what these lovely organizations have been doing. So please take some time out and go over it. Okay, these look like this. So this is 2023 best practices thing. This is 2022 best practices report. And there is this 2021. So it is all available there. Please download it. This is a 5-10 minute quick read up, which will really help. Yes, we get a lot of media coverage over last 4 years. We have been having a lot of media coverage. You can look up these. The best of the best have covered us, right from Economic Times to Business Standard, even to Midday for that matter. So these are some of the shots. We have some, we have had on-ground event and there have been some amazing speakers. In fact, we ensure that we bring in different kinds of people also to the awards. So our speakers have been from LGBTQ community to IPS lady, senior most IPS officer, to senior most IAS officers, to a politician. So it has been a good mix, a very senior corporate person. So it has been real good mix, social activists, right? So we have ensured that we try and bring them so that we can hear what they have to contribute to this cause. These are some more coverages. And here, yeah. My God, I think we can go on. Yes. So I've listed here, contact us. This is our website. Also, you can write to us on poshawards@kelphr.com. There's a phone number which you can, if you want to speak to somebody, if you want to reach out to us, you can ping me on LinkedIn. Of course, Kelp ID on LinkedIn is also available, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Please review our blogs too. Okay. That's it. I think I take a pause. Just reminding you of this so that I can hear you all and listen to your questions. Wow, thank you for putting up those links, Ankita. Yeah. So I'll stop sharing, and if you have any questions.
Smita, there is one frequently asked question that I wanted to ask, that if it's a group company, can only the parent companies apply for the awards, or can the subsidiary companies can also apply? And if both have applied, then what can be done?
So, Meenakshi, thank you. I think this has been coming time and again. So, one registration, one company. As a group company, you can apply, but then the certificate will be given to one company which has applied. We won't have multiple certificates. That is one. And if two companies apply, great. They will be individually evaluated. Actually, that had happened last year also, that there were multiple companies of the same group applying. So depends on how good the nomination has been filled in, how much details you have provided. It's for you to win the award. Ankita, DP, if you all want to pitch in more, you can please help respond.
Hi, Smita. I had one question. Am I
Sure.
audible?
Yes.
Yes. So I want to know, like, once I fill in the form, fill in my answers, and later if I feel that I need to change some answers or I can provide more information in that space, am I allowed to do that? Can I do that?
Yeah, Sakshi, once I recommend that do not submit till you're confident that you have answered it all correctly. So you can save so there's an option to save. So every time you fill in your details, go on saving it, right? And maybe look at it in entirety multiple times before hitting the submit button. Once you submit, it is not possible for us to retrieve it. But before that and during your process, you have 2 months, right? You don't have to hit submit immediately, right? So you can hold on to it, review it really well, and then only hit the submit button. But to answer your question, once you hit the submit button, then it won't be possible for us to retrieve it. Okay.
There's a question in the chat.
Yes, I see. Will the award be decided based on the details submitted during the registration alone, or there will be any employee surveys be run? Okay. So Jagdish, good question. While registration, you have to just say that I'm interested in registering for this, and you do the registration process. Then there's a very detailed form that you have to fill up. In that, there are multiple things that you have to upload. If you have done an employee survey internally, you can upload that employee survey also, the results of the employee survey as a backup. At Kelp, we are not conducting any employee survey this year, Jagdish. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Thanks, Smita. That helps.
Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions? Any thoughts?
Hi, Smita. Rashi here.
Hi, Rashi. Yes.
Hi. I have this question. Maybe you answered it already, but I joined a little late. So my
Sure.
question here is very basic. That there are two awards you mentioned. One is Kelp PoSH Award, and one is Early Bird Award. So these are two awards you are mentioning, or this is just one award?
No. There's no. So we pick up 25 safest workplaces. There are 25 awards to give away, Rashi. So let me
Mhm.
set that base. 25 awards to win. For registration, if you register before 31st, you get a early bird prize that is 8,500. After 31st, the nomination prize is 10,000. Let me correct, prize meaning money that you have to pay for registration.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, you are saying that 8,000 bucks would be redeemed from the money that I have to pay for nomination.
Yes, there is 8,000 rupees for nomination. Nomination fees is 8,000 rupees. If you register before 31st of August,
Sorry to interrupt here, Smita. It's 8,500 plus GST.
I'm sorry, 8,500 plus GST, Rashi, that you have to pay if you register before 31st of August. After 31st of August, it is 10,000 plus GST. Is that correct, Ankita?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so after it would be 31st. After 31st, it would be 10,000, and before 31st, it would be 8,000 only that I need to pay if I have to register. Okay, and this is
8,500.
8,500, and this is called early bird redemption.
Early bird meaning why it is called early bird? People who register beforehand. You know,
Okay, got it.
that's why it is called early bird.
Also,
The
there
award.
is no redemption. I'm sorry. I think you mentioned the word redemption. There is no redemption. It is not a cash-based award.
Mhm.
So the
Yeah, I
award,
mean, it's a fees. Maybe.
yeah, it's just a fees. It's just a fees to applying a registration fee.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
But I have a question to the host. They're asking what year is the data to be submitted for? I mean, what year is the awards for?
Say that again, DP.
The question is, what year is the award for? For which year?
Yeah. So the award is for all the work that you have done in the year 2023. So whatever work you've done from 1st of January 2023 to 31st of December 2023 in the space of prevention of sexual harassment at workplace or creating safe workplace in your organization, the award is for that. What have you done to extend boundaries, to ensure that people feel safe and secured, included in your organization? So award is for that. So I recently had an organization reaching out to me. They're saying that we have not done anything in 2023, but from 2024 we have been compliant and doing work. Can we apply? So I told them no, then you should be applying next year because we are looking at the year 2023.
Thanks.
And this is you are eligible for a certification for 1 year. So the award that we give is you're eligible for 1 year's certification. So every year we do this process. Okay.
Smita, I've got just one more question. They're asking if the questions they can see the questions before applying or paying the fee.
All right. No, you cannot. You have to first register. Once you register, you will get the questionnaire. It will be online. And these are very simple, basic questions. So you'll get to know only once you register.
Hi, Smita, I have one more question. So I just wanted to know, when we are answering the questions, do we also need supporting documents and any pictures that we would need to answer that question? And if in case we do not have it, will that be the reason that we do not go ahead?
You still can apply for it. I won't say that it won't go ahead. But Sakshi, that will make your nomination very strong. So it is important that you upload whatever documentation you have, pictures that you have. Okay. If you don't have pictures, maybe you can take a screenshot of when the session was conducted. If you have an attendance sheet or something, maybe you can blur out the names for confidentiality purpose and you can upload that. So you have to think creatively that how will I justify the work that I've done in the space? Just by writing a essay is not good enough, so you need to validate it. Yeah. Sakshi, is that okay?
Yes, Smita, thank you. Thank you so
I
much.
see Jagdish's question. Thank you, Sakshi. I see Jagdish's question, which says, will I be getting an invoice for registration charges? Yes, you will. And I think Ankita has responded to that.
Mita, hello.
Yes, Sundar.
Yeah, I certainly I am responding to the previous question. Certainly, in order for the credibility of Kelp HR and also for the organization, it must be necessary to validate. Of course, they can apply without if they don't have documents to prove it. But definitely, the documents which is submitted must be evaluated, because we want to see the original work so that other organizations can learn from it. That's very important.
Thank you, Sundar. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Then what I want to also add on is yesterday's Economic Times have come out with the recent post-Calcutta issue, that they have done an analysis and found that the statistics of compliance is very pathetically poor. But as you know that even during previous Kelp HR meetings we even had brought out where Economic Times said only 30% of the organizations in India are complying. Of that, only 50% of the 30% only has gone full scale, like policy, IC, all the training, basic training, managers training, IC training, review programs, and all that. Otherwise, other remaining is just remain with the policy, that's all. And not even renewed the IC team, even if there's some people have vacated it. So I think somewhere as Kelp HR, we should also do a survey and find out how many of our own organizations are doing it. And Karnataka government has just sent a notice. The Secretary of Women and Child Welfare have sent a notice recently in order to evaluate the success factor on PoSH. And I will be meeting them next week. So I think the nurturing this very, very important.
Awesome, Sundar. We would like to connect with you sometime separately and discuss about it.
Sure. Because as of now, I feel definitely people who are nurturing PoSH culture, like I have been there for 4-5 years with Kelp HR, and I've been doing it from the last 10 years. But I had a lot of learning on the Kelp HR meeting. It enhances the maturity factor, understanding factor, correct factor, and various perspectives from practitioners, lawyers, women, and quite a lot. So definitely we should continue this.
Absolutely, Sundar. Thank you so much for your insight, and you always come and provide us so many insights. So let's connect separately and see how we can talk more. Yeah.
Smita, there's a follow-up question from the previous one about whether they can see the questionnaire, right? So they're saying, can you just give a small some details about what they can expect on the questionnaire.
Okay, so primarily, see, on compliances, we ask about if you've been incorporated before 2013, then have you filed your annual report from 2013 till date? If yes, if you could provide that, right? Secondly, what kind of training programs do you conduct? How large is your organization? Basis that which is the most effective method? And what have you done differently to ensure that it's just not tick in the box, but it is more than that, right? And how do you ensure there's stickiness in the sessions that you conduct, right? So are you doing something differently for leaders? Are you doing something during acclimatization? So these are some questions on training programs that we have. There's a small essay that you can write if you do something very differently. Then with ICs, right? How do you handle cases if it comes? Are there any innovative methods that you use, So with regard to that, have you done anything beyond PoSH training? Are you into, conducting, safe workplace conversations or inclusion conversations? So just a rundown about all that. Yeah, I think I can think of that. TP, anybody else who wants to add to this?
No, I think you've summarized it well, but also for the benefit of people who are applying. So we also can get to download the questionnaire just after the registration process is complete. So once you make the payment and get into the registration, you will also get to see a document which is a list of all the questions. So you can take time to collate the questions that's been asked and then go on submitting, like Smita already explained, right? That save the answers and submit at the end. So you have time to go through and collate all your details.
Smita, if I may add, Punita
Yes,
here.
good. Hi,
Yeah.
Punita.
Hi. I just wanted to say that for any organizations that is applying here, primary aspect is all the things that we could think of that will support to create a safe and protected culture for our organization. In the realms of PoSH, anything to do with that would be an added going beyond behavior from that organization perspective. Okay, so don't restrict yourself. If you have conducted DEI sessions, then that could also be part of as an added aspect of your taking that one step closer towards PoSH compliance as well, because it aids it. Okay, so just go back and see through your calendar what all has happened, and then accordingly collect enough evidences and proofs of these things having happened and being conducted, and then we are out there, easy to apply.
Thank you, Punita. Thank you for adding that. And if you feel okay, I will get there next year because I'm not sure if I have the data. I recommend go for it because you will then understand that what is the kind of work that you need to do for in this year so that you can apply next year, right? So it's a good idea to apply and thank you, Punita, for adding all that. Yeah. I think Sakshi had another question.
Yes, Smita. So I just wanted to know, like, if I start filling in the form while nearing the deadline, and if my form is like halfway filled, and like the deadlines are is like further after that, if I'm not able to submit the form, will I get that concession there? Like I can submit the form because it's like halfway filled. Is that
Sakshi,
there?
just 2 months. You get 2 months to fill it. So
Like
don't
in
sit and do it.
case
You
I
must.
got to know about the PoSH Awards like really late, and if I really want to apply it this year.
I hear you, but still I feel, it's 2 months. So please don't delay it. Uh, I recommend that put, I mean, 60 days is good enough. And trust me, if you sit and fill that form in one stretch, it is not more than 2 hours job, right? So I don't see a reason, but we can speak to you, but I don't assure you anything. So don't hold on to saying, okay, we can get an extension or anything. I don't believe in doing that because it's not fair for others who have applied on time, right? So I don't believe in doing that, Sakshi.
Okay, thank you, Smita. Thank you.
Smita,
Yes,
I
Smita.
just have a point to add. In all such contests, the dates are never extended for the credibility again of the association. And most of the contests I have seen in HR and other areas, point number one, until and unless there were certain very serious issues in the country where the country or the government broke down for 10 days and therefore those 10 days will be extended, not otherwise. Let's say that's it. And that is point number one. And certainly, we don't have 2 months. We are already on 20th. We have only 1 month and 10 days. Hello?
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. Sorry for my math.
Yeah. Don't worry. Most of the HR people are bad in math.
I'm good. So, okay, Gopa has a question. Is there any fresh directive from Supreme Court in the light of latest case from Calcutta Medical College? If so, can you please elaborate the impact on PoSH? We are reviewing it, Gopa, still. I heard CJI yesterday, so I think we'll have to review it and figure out how it is going to impact on PoSH. So we will be doing an ILA soon. In next week, we are planning an ILA, Indian Lawyers Association. So once I review it properly and the team reviews it, if there are some impacts on PoSH, we'll bring that up, Gopa.
Yeah.
Or you'll hear from us via blog or something.
Smita, there I'm keeping a close watch with the papers and journals. Recently, Kerala High Court has brought out 17 points, 17 ways which can be defined as sexual harassment. It has expanded the definition of sexual harassment beyond the scope of the law. And they have found out from the case studies, all these 17 items will amount to sexual harassment. So I'm preparing a notes. Maybe it will be a good idea that such articles are published through Kelp HR to the members.
Absolutely.
Those who send it to you, you send it to them. You can flash it.
Sure. Absolutely, Sundar. We can look at that, definitely.
Hi, Smita. I have a question.
Yes, Pooja.
Is my submission going to be confidential? How will you protect this confidential data that I will share?
Thank you, Pooja. Actually, I kind of touched upon it during my presentation. So we are using a platform called AwardForce, and you can look it up. It's an international platform, and they assure you confidentiality. So absolutely, that is taken care of. And we do not ask you anything related to any information which cannot go out, right? We don't talk about cases. We're not interested, or I don't think we can even legally ask you those questions. So we won't be asking those questions at all. What we are asking questions are the ones which are available for public knowledge. Okay. And what we collate at the end of it are the best practices. And only once you approve that do we publish those best practices outside to the outer world with your names on it. Otherwise, we do not publish it with your names. We'll just combine it together and publish it as a learnings, right? So be very rest assured that your data is with us and it is taken care of really well.
Thank you, Smita, for answering this.
Right. I think we are at 4:40 and I think we have responded to most of the questions. So just want to close this conversation unless somebody else has something to add. But I think I'm really excited about the 5th edition of PoSH Awards. This is something which is a positive way of saying that compliance is important. And if you do compliances, it only adds to your brand value. It shouldn't be something that you are not happy about doing it. This is the law that we have in India is the most comprehensive law anywhere in the world, right? I have been able to review multiple countries' law, and I feel our law is the most comprehensive law. We should not look at it with a negative lens. It has certain loopholes, and we are trying to fix it, and with various ways. There are loopholes, and we'll work towards it, and we'll get there. But right now, Kelp is complementing it or supplementing it by launching this awards to encourage organizations to keep doing good work, right? And this is what we are doing. And thank you very much for taking time out to hearing us. And we'll please watch us, follow us. I will be putting up the slide again of where all you can follow us. Please do that. Take a picture of this and follow us wherever you can. We keep putting in a lot of information related to this topic every now and then. And let's gun for a better world. I shouldn't be using the word gun. Gun is also a negative word. Okay, with that, I stop sharing. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Smita.
Thank you.
Thank you.